It's Coach Mo. I'm here on Labor Day. Oh, let me get my light on so it's a little brighter here. I am here in South Florida where the hurricane is part of my reality. So, what we're doing on Labor Day, I happened to earlier look up Labor Day because I wanted to talk about this because naturally, as a career coach, Labor Day is kind of like our national holiday. Labor Day was the creation of the labor movement and is dedicated to the social and economic achievements of American workers. It constitutes a yearly national tribute to the contributions workers have made to the strength, prosperity, and well-being of our country. So bravo to you. And I know lots of us work around the globe, and some of you work in companies that might not be American companies, but just the fact that you're working and creating a beautiful life for you and your family, you are creating economic prosperity in our country and in the world. And so bravo and hats off to you. I want to spend this special workers' holiday really talking about what constitutes happiness in work, laboring, versus what constitutes efforting on Labor Day. So if you follow my work, thank you. And you know that I am absolutely committed and dedicated to you bringing your soul to work. And why is that? Well, I'll tell you, it's because your soul is the essence of who you are, and it is the starting point for your fulfillment in life. And if you don't get your soul going to work with you every single day, you're probably not bringing the best parts of you. And so therefore, you're probably buying into a little bit of a labor myth. And there's a lot of lies around careers, work, jobs, etc. And as someone who has spoken to almost 5,000 women over the past 5 years on my clarity calls, I consider myself a bit of an expert. And ladies, if you're here listening in, why don't you pop me a comment and let me know that you're here. I know that some of you who might normally be here are probably out holidaying or having a barbecue or some good time with family and friends. And I totally appreciate that. I just love my Motivational Monday audience and wanted to make sure I come here and talk about Labor Day, because today is the day that I'm celebrating what so many women have done to choose themselves. So out of the 5,000 or so women I've spoken to on career clarity calls, and by the way, it's a free call. And why is that? And I'm going to tell you something that breaks my heart. So many women say, oh, I'm so sorry I can't join your workshop. I can't invest in myself at this time, etc. If I would have known ahead of time what the investment level is, I wouldn't have wasted your time. That's what I do. I do this. That free career clarity call is for you. It's not for me. Okay? That's the first thing I want to say to you. And why do I do that? Number one, I do it because so many of you are out there working in a role for years, perhaps, that just isn't making you happy. I spoke with a woman last week, and it sort of broke my heart because she's been in the same company for over 15 years and has basically gone nowhere. So her income has gone up trifle a little bit. She's not nearly making the money that she could make. And why do I focus on money? Well, I'll tell you why I focus on money, because it's the barometer of success. It's the temperature of what's going on. Just like vital signs in the body. If we didn't take into consideration our respiration rate and our heart rate when we weren't feeling good, like we wouldn't know the basis. And as a nurse, I'm always focusing on what are the vital signs? What are the vital signs of your career? Well, one of the vital signs of your career is how much money you make. And the other one, right there along with it, right there, side by side, is whether you're happy and fulfilled. So if you're not making the money and you're not happy and fulfilled, your career is dead. Seriously. It needs a resuscitation. And let's use this particular unnamed woman as an example. She was making around $78,000 a year. And frankly, in some ways for her, that was an okay salary. She was able to put her daughter through school. She was able to pay her bills. But basically, there wasn't anything left for her. There was nothing more for her to get joy out of her life in a different way. Yes, she's happily married and she does things that are fun around the house and with family and friends, but her life is small. Her life is small because she has not advanced herself in her career and taken risks to do that, to bring her level of satisfaction, recognition, appreciation up, and her salary up. And here's the thing that just, she has a dead career. So if you were close to dead, you would probably do almost anything you could to resuscitate yourself and get yourself healthy again. Because we don't like dying. Human beings are innately wired not to die. We are wired in many ways to survive things. We are wired in many ways to know when things are dangerous for us so that we avoid the big problems that kill us. And so what happens, because we're wired that way, we're actually wired for fear. And this then takes over our lives, unfortunately, especially when we're not growing, haven't had a promotion, haven't moved forward, and have all sorts of evidence that work is just going to be this way. And she is so committed to the fact that she will not get ahead and she will just do what she can. And I'm going to give you also a little bit of a warning here. She's leaving it in God's hands. God did not intend us to sit around and be undertreated, underrepresented, underpaid, and to sit around and keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So I don't know about you, but if your career is a series of doing the same thing over and over again, and you're getting frustrated because you don't have different results, you must do something different. You have to. In order to have a different result, you have to do something different. And it quite possibly could be that this woman whose career has stalled out for 15 years, that she may have to invest in herself and invest in a professional who knows how to cure her, how to take care of her career disease and do something different. Because somewhere along the line, she bought into the myth that work is supposed to be hard, that you're just supposed to shut up and show up and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And that is a lie. It is not true. It is not humane. And it's not what I want any other single person to be doing in their career or in their life. You are worth getting paid the amount that you need to be paid, feeling appreciated and recognized. And I want to share something with you. One of my delightful clients actually posted something on the Facebook grad group this morning. There's another one there. There are several, and I love that, but I'm going to read the one that I was actually just planning on reading. So here is her post, and I'm going to leave her name out of it, but she's one of my kick-ass grads who I absolutely love the fact that she just continues to do the things that she was coached on. She says, "Oh, geez, my daughter got another scholarship this week. And the essay she submitted was about me and how I've been the most influential person in her life. I cried when I read what she thinks about me. She thinks I was put on this earth to help people and that I love every bit of what I do for a living." What a gift that she really, really gets me. Our kids are watching, ladies. Kick-ass coaching allows us to make our own lives better and positively affect generations to come. When I signed up, I had no idea my investment would be returned to me and to my family in an immeasurable amount. I have no words other than thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mo, Jean, Bonnie, Miliana, and the whole kick-ass team. And she put a nice little GIF here. I don't even know what to say. This woman got a humongous pay raise because we coached her through every single bit of it. But we couldn't coach her through every single bit of it until she did some fundamentals with her soul, which is why in my kick-ass workshop, that's where I start. Because the women who don't invest in themselves, who don't stretch what's possible, they don't even have enough hope and left in their soul to even think that this type of result is possible. And good enough, or barely getting by, is the lie that they've been told and what they're willing to continue to put up with. Please don't be her. Please be this client who is, her life is so much bigger now. As a matter of fact, there was another post that she did earlier. I'm so thankful to be laboring less on Labor Day. I am working smarter and not harder with kick-ass coaching and making more money and finding more time for myself and family. Yesterday, I booked flights for March to take a trip around Scotland and Ireland. I've always wanted to visit these places. And now I am not just dreaming about it, I am doing it. Along with a lot of you, one Saturday morning in January, I joined Mo Fall for a planning session for the year. I committed to big travel goals, as well as professional goals, and I'm seeing massive progress in all areas. I haven't done everything exactly as planned, but the forward motion is surprising and thrilling. I am so excited. More, please. Now, this woman is absolutely enjoying her weekend, absolutely appreciating and celebrating the fact that she works for a living in a field that she is good at, that she loves. And you know what? She was underpaid for 10 years in a row. And when I had the clarity call with her, I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to get what I think you need or should be paid in the marketplace from your current employer, but I got to ask, are you willing to change? Are you willing to leave for a better opportunity? And she said, absolutely. So I knew that she was coachable. And then when I laid out my workshop to her, she's like, done, got it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the work. I know I have to do it. If I don't do this now, I know that I will continue to play small and feel small and not have the life I want. And with 2 kids, high school, college age, she was more committed than ever because she felt now was her time. So, and that was maybe about a year ago, actually. And she joined my workshop and she went to work right away on her soul. And then in a 4 to 8 week period of time, we teed up this massive, massive negotiation that she needed to have with her employer. And we teed up not only the negotiation, the conversation, but energetically getting her aligned with it. And it's beautiful when all of that comes together, because when our clients do what we coach them to do and pull the trigger and take action, it's so great. It is so, so amazing. I'm going to read you another beautiful post from one of our lovely ladies. She just posted it when I came across to read this one for you. There she was. So on this Labor Day, as I'm nearing graduation, I'm so grateful for who I've become through the course of this program, thanks to Coach Mo, all the other coaches and the amazing people in this group. I was offered a job last week after several weeks of interviews, and I ended up turning it down. Even though the job I'm at has been emotionally taxing for a few months now, I decided that jumping from one difficult situation to another wasn't going to be good. Instead, I've applied for more jobs, one of which looks to be my dream job. I wouldn't have had the courage to turn down that job before this program. I would have made decisions from lack and desperation instead of worthiness and abundance. My heart and gut knew the position was wrong for me after meeting with the management and team. But refusing that position doesn't mean I'm stuck at my current job. It means that I'm brave and courageous. I believe that saying no at times is much more important than saying yes indiscriminately. Thanks to Coach Mo for creating this powerful program and for an epic call a few months ago in which she shared the secret to high-level compensation, the types of contributions and mindset required to achieve that level of success. Thanks to Coach Amy for catching me on my way to my boss's office where I was headed to walk out of my current job when I had reached my breaking point. Her coaching helped me stay on so I could continue seeking the next opportunity from a place of strength and ease. Thanks to Coach Miliana for guiding me through some of the deepest meditations and visualizations I've experienced, breaking open something in me to believe in myself at a level I've never believed before. Thanks to Coach Jean for showing me what's possible for me even when I couldn't see it for myself. Thanks to Coach Bonnie for emphasizing that a resume isn't a full record of every accomplishment of one's life. It took a bit to quell my ego, the part of me that used my resume to prove my worthiness and therefore wanted to list everything that I'd ever accomplished. Now it's an easy to digest document, pertinent to the job I'm seeking. Sometimes less is actually more. Thanks to all of you kick-ass powerhouses in this group, your support, encouragement, and stories are such an important part of the process. I'm honored to have been a part of this group. I finally reached a place of contentedness and detachment. I know that from this state of being, all miracles are possible. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All of those women are going to get on a video interview someday soon because it just overjoys me. It opens my heart up. It thrills me when women go from desperation and unworthiness in a short 8 to 12 weeks, because sometimes it does quite happen. 8 weeks, there's a massive, great result. Matter of fact, there's results in my workshop, sometimes in 3 and 4 weeks, because cracking open is the beginning of not having a labor in work and not having effort, but having ease and flow because you have chosen you. So today on Labor Day, hats off to all of the workers, all of you, all of us. And hats off to those who have found their soul and who have found ease and worthiness and abundance and prosperity and playing full out, not to sacrifice family and friends by playing full out, not by having that be that it's 60 hours a week, just the opposite, playing full out for 40 hours, playing full out in the time that you want to allocate to work, playing full out and focus and getting the results at your work and not giving it everything you have. Make no mistake about it. The last thing I want for you is to have to work such that you are sacrificing life to be successful. It is not what I advocate at all. Not at all. And I always tell my women in my workshop, in my clarity calls who are afraid of success, when you are more successful, you are more in control of your day, week, and destiny. So make that your pledge this week. On this shortened week for Labor Day, make it your pledge that you're going to be more and do more. But that doesn't mean taking away from the beautiful life that you want to have. One of these women I read from earlier has not taken a vacation in a long time, and she took a beautiful big vacation to Australia at the beginning of the year, and now she's planning another gorgeous vacation for next year to Scotland and Ireland. Because she's making the money, has the prosperity, feels worthy, and doesn't have to be at the office every single day to prove her worth. And this woman is a very successful attorney, knowing that she can easily move into a vacation from her busy work schedule and be successful in both. For your Labor Day today, I want to bless you with the optimism and the imagination and creativity that there is something bigger and more beautiful in your work than you may have ever imagined. And please do not buy into the myth that more work, more success means more work. It does not. Because when you are more successful inside, you can absolutely own the hours that you put in. You can own who you are and make more money and be at higher levels of influence and impact. Some of the women I'm working with for years and years and years continue to get more excited and happier about who their soul is, what they're all about. See, the thing is, I have a 12-week workshop, and it's a beautiful experience for the women who come aboard, and it's life-changing. But here's the thing, it's only the beginning. Your life has been dotted and led through so many lies and injustices that you have bought into, the stories that people have been telling you about what work really is all about. Even Labor Day itself, the words sort of connotate that work is going to be hard and needs that extra day off. Now, of course, we all love a day off, freedom, openness, more time with friends and family, and it's a beautiful thing to have that as we kind of come across the end of a beautiful summer. But let it not be a day where we reinforce that labor is what work is all about. Now, for those beautiful people who actually do have to physically labor, it doesn't mean that you need to toil and suffer as well. There is joy and happiness in work. There is meaning and satisfaction and your soul feeling played fully to its maximum and feeling awesome and great. So for this day, on Labor Day, make sure that you're checking in. Are you feeling awesome? And if not, book your career clarity call, because I would love to help you break through and be like one of these beautiful women. I read their posts today who are celebrating for themselves that work is no longer the pain in their lives. That's what this Labor Day is. Don't let your work be your pain in your day, in your week, in your life. Live full on out. I'm going to put the link for the clarity call below this Facebook Live for you, so you can easily book that free clarity call where we can sort stuff out. And you, like over 500 women, could be a woman who claims her dream job, her dream soul, and lives life on her terms. It's not hard to do. It's so possible and so doable, but you have to be ready to shatter the myths. So let's shatter those myths of what work means on this Labor Day, and let's help build for you that beautiful career, life, and soul all together as a beautiful package of how you live your life. See you next Motivational Monday. It's going to be a fun week. Live your life to the fullest, because you will be bringing your soul to work. This is Coach Mo. See you next time.